Today I'm bringing you along for a day in my life during my Rose Dieta, and I'm very grateful to currently be away in Hepburn Springs with my beautiful friend Grace and to be spending this time on this gorgeous nature property surrounded by the trees and the birds and other creatures. So it's going to be a beautiful day of stillness and spaciousness, and I'm looking forward to bringing you along for the journey. It's currently 8 a.m. I woke up naturally at about 7 a.m. and jumped on a phone call with my fiance, who's currently on his way back from Peru. And now I'm just out here getting my altar all set up, and I'm looking forward to having my little tea ceremony. So I'll show you an insider look into what that looks like, and yeah, go from there. This guy's been eyeing off my altar items. I see you. So while I was journaling during my rose tea ceremony, I remembered that I actually need to call my work to resign from my job and let them know that I will not be going back after India. So I'll be working for the next 2 weeks, but then I'm off to India and coming back to focus my energy and attention on some other things. So yeah, I need to make that call. I'm definitely feeling a little bit nervous about it, but also feeling so ready, and it feels so aligned to be taking these next steps forward. Oh, I've just had some friends join. So I just tried calling and she didn't answer. I've messaged her asking her to call me when she has a minute, and she's responded saying 2 secs. So yeah, it's gonna happen very soon, but for now I'm in the suspense. It's done. I resigned. My goodness. She was so good about it as well. She knew it was coming. People have been really feeling that, which is interesting. Yeah. I'm officially unemployed again, which is super exciting. I get to focus all of my energy and attention into what's next for Ryan and I. So that's my morning rose tea ceremony done. Now it is time to go inside and cook some breakfast. Back inside, and Grace has made us this beautiful fire. So adding some wood. So warm. Thanks, Grace. I'm making buckwheat porridge for breakfast this morning. So the buckwheat has been soaking and now I'm going to get it on the stove. So breakfast is ready, but we had a little moral dilemma with the honey jar. The ants were all over it, so we spent a stupidly long time trying to get the ants off the jar. And now we're just cleaning the lid so we can actually put this down and not have it get infiltrated by ants again. But I will show you the end result. Blessings. Delicious. Hello. Bye. I'm just going for a little walk on the property that we're staying on. It is so beautiful. I just saw a wallaby, super cute, and just enjoying some nature time. It was raining earlier, but I'm hoping the rain stays away for a little bit so that I can go for a walk around Dalesford Lake a little bit later. And I'll take you with me when I do. How cute's this little woodshed? So I'm just sitting down to have a little snack of some boiled eggs. Grace and I just spent a while chatting and like talking all things vision. I'm gonna read after this. I love spacious days like today. I have been sitting here by the fire for the past hour. I was on the phone to Ryan and I'm just feeling so relaxed, being able to go with the flow and do what I feel like. And this feels like such a nourishing and wholesome day on my Rose Dieta, and I'm glad that this is the one that I'm sharing with you because it's beautiful to just have this dropped in time, this spaciousness, this living life as a ceremony, being more intentional, being more present, being more in tune with what feels present and going with that. So yeah, for the past hour I was able to chat to Ryan again while he's on another one of his stopovers. He's about to get onto another flight. This is the one that will get him home, so I'll go pick him up tomorrow morning and we get to spend the morning together before he goes off on another shorter adventure. But yeah, so it was just lovely laying here, so warm on the sheepskin by the fire, like so cozy, could almost have fallen asleep. It was engaging conversation though, thankfully, so didn't fall asleep, but partially tempted to have a nap. However, I am really keen to get into some reading, and this afternoon I'm going to be reading A Course in Miracles. I've been studying this book the past couple of weeks. Me and one of my friends, Katie, are doing a daily lesson, and then on Friday mornings we jump on a call on a FaceTime and we discuss the lessons for that week. We also discuss the text. However, I haven't actually started on the text. Katie has, and she's taught me so much already from the wisdom in this book, and I'm looking forward to doing some study of that as well, so that I can contribute this week and share what I learned from the text and what I kind of pick up on, and see how that feeds into what we're learning through the daily lessons. For anyone who hasn't heard of A Course in Miracles yet, it is a text that can be studied. It's recommended across a year, so there's 365 lessons in here, and they're designed to be done one per day, no more than that. Like, it's not recommended that you do more than one a day. You can take longer to do it, but one a day feels like a really nice amount. So there's, when it comes to the lessons, it's got them laid out, and there's a little bit of information about each of them and a little activity for that day, so that you can take it with you into the day and really understand it, embody it, explore it. Yeah, it's really cool. So A Course in Miracles essentially is a text, and then there's an accompanying workbook, which is where the daily lessons are, and there's a few other sections as well. But I'm looking forward to spending a bit of time today diving into the text. So this is where I'll be for the next, don't know how long, however long I feel like sitting here. Grace is like the fire guardian, so I'm really grateful that I didn't just like smother it by adding that wood, and it's burning so happily. It's definitely wet outside, but it's not currently raining, so I'm going to try and go for a walk and see how I go. It's such a beautiful time of day. It's very grey and overcast, but I really like it when things are wet after the rain and it looks extra green and vibrant. While I was driving here, it only took me about 6 minutes to get here, but it has started raining again. It's only drizzling, so I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna just go with it and hope it just like doesn't escalate too much. But I feel like it'd be really nice to spend some more time outside in nature. The rain is picking up a little bit, but so worth it. So I've almost made it back to my car, and I'm so glad I decided to stick out the rain and go for this walk. It's been so beautiful and so nurturing, and I'm very cold right now, so I'm excited to get into a warm car, but I'm really glad that I decided to brave the elements. Friend's back. Hello, buddy. It's 6:30 now and I'm just cooking up some dinner. For dinner this evening, I'm making myself a bit of a stir fry, but sauteing it with lemon juice since I can't eat oil on this dieta. So I've got chicken cooking, and then I've cut up some green beans, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower and broccoli, and I'm gonna just saute them in some lemon juice as well, and that'll be my dinner. So that is a wrap on my day in the life of a Rose Dieta vlog, and I'm here with my red glasses on, my blue light blockers to support with melatonin secretion. Normally I wouldn't be using the artificial lights. I've got a little red light here that I would use. However, for the filming of this, I figure I will just wear my red glasses and cop the artificial lights for now, knowing that I'm about to switch them off and go to sleep anyway. I'm all ready for bed. I've brushed my teeth, moisturized, had my shower, all of these kinds of things, and now I'm gonna call it a night. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of my Rose Dieta and what a beautifully spacious day looks like. And the reality is that not every day in my dieta has looked like this. There have been days where I've worked, there have been days where I've had social commitments, there's been days where I've had life admin or housework and these kinds of things to do. So this has been a really beautiful free day where I could just go with the flow and do whatever I felt like doing. And it's really been beautiful to honor the sacredness and the stillness and the spaciousness, and to really just kind of do whatever feels aligned and whatever I'm being guided by my intuition to do. So yeah, that's a little behind the scenes. If you aren't sure what a Rose Diet is, I recommend going and checking out my part 1 vlog from last week, and next week in part 3 I will be sharing my lessons and learnings from my Rose Dieta, and boy have they been huge. If you watched the last video, you'll know that Rose Dietas have been life-changing for me. This one has been massive, and there's been some big shifts and changes. You saw I resigned from my job this morning, which is a really beautiful step in the direction of where like my most aligned path and where I desire to be, and just that next aligned chapter. So big shifts are happening, and I can't wait to share how I've come to these realizations and what else has transpired and what lessons I've learned. So that will be in next week's video. Be sure to check out part 3. And I'd love to hear what you thought of this day in a life. Feel free to let me know in the comments and give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to connecting again soon.